Well, hello. How are you? Welcome back. If you're not joining us yet on TikTok Live, girl, where you at? We are Black Women in Grants. Come find us. Be a part of what we got going on. You can also check out the Grant Game Mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com, where we got scholarships to come join us and get mentored for a year for only 97 bucks. It's so exciting. So, welcome to GPA, or Grant Prep Academy, right here on the Black Women in Grants page. Make sure you follow this page. Turn your notifications on for when we go live. This is all about grant guidance for Black women, small business owners. You can join the future grant winners and our current grant winners over at www.blackwomeningrants.com. Welcome. Good to have you here, ready to talk all things grants. So, let's dive in. I'm Dr. AJ Austin, creator of this space here and winner of over $63,550 in grants and grant funded opportunities. Ain't God good? Won't He do it? We have collectively won over $178,000 in the blackwomeningrants.com mentorship program over at www.blackwomeningrants.com. Excited because we got some grant winners in our midst already that are here with us today, that will be joining us later on, and that have not even announced yet that they won. I'm so excited about that. Oh, I can't wait. Happy Juneteenth. I woke up to drumming. I'm like, I don't remember getting an email from the neighborhood association that we having a Juneteenth parade. I would have been standing out on the porch. That's all. So that's what woke me up this morning. Like, get up. Good morning. How are you guys? So good to have you here. If you are a Black woman, for-profit, small business owner, put hashtag FYP. Make sure you put the hashtag FYP and let me know. I'm going to be sharing with you guys 7 vital parts of what we call the grant resume. Y'all ready? Someone asked, do we need a resume for grants? You don't need an official one, like if you were going to apply for a job, but you do need your qualifications laid out. I'm going to give you an example of our resume here for Black Women in Grants. If that sounds like something you're interested in, put hashtag FYP, because I don't want to just be telling y'all my business and y'all ain't even listening. I like a good listener or a little engagement or something. So, if you want to know the Black Women in Grants resume, put hashtag FYP. Thank you, Cynthia, for sharing the live. Let's follow the leader. Be like Cynthia. Get some more Black women in this room. The first thing I want you to understand is that a grant resume is not like a traditional resume. And so you won't be submitting this with your application. However, all of this information will be asked on most legit grants, small business applications. And so what that means is you need to have this stuff somewhere saved on your Bapruta, like my little niece used to say back in the day when she couldn't pronounce computer. Have your own private file. So for me, when I fill out grant applications, I like to save my answers because they get better and better with time, girl. So it's just like saving a recipe, if you will. And you want to make sure that you don't miss a step. So I'm about to list out 7 things that go on a resume. Put the number 7 in the chat if you want to know the magic 7 things that you should make sure you have prepared for your grant resume. Thank you for sharing, Cindy. I appreciate you. Okay. The first thing, these may seem kind of common, kind of obvious, but again, the goal is to have them ready. If there was a grant application before you today that had a deadline today, you need to have this stuff fleshed out, written out, typed out, saved somewhere, and ready to put on the application. So we start with your business mission. I would ask y'all what y'all's mission is, but it may take too long to fill out, and TikTok only gives you a limited amount of characters. But your mission is where you're going. What are you on a mission to do? Ooh, so yeah, it shouldn't take too long. Somebody put their mission real quick. If you want to play, let's play. What is your business mission? Like, where are you going? Like, we're on a mission to blank. So, for example, our mission here at Black Women in Grants is to bridge the funding gap that's faced by Black women, of course, and those who have for-profit small businesses. And we do that by providing them with tools, giving you guys knowledge, telling you about the grant application skills, making sure we provide a community of support, keeping you accountable to finding this debt-free, non-traditional funding we call grants. So in a nutshell, if I had to put it in TikTok characters, like I asked y'all to do, saying, what is your mission? We help Black women find and apply for grants with confidence. Period, Pooh. Cindy says her mission is to provide healthy, good, natural juices and teas. That sounds so yummy right now. Lord, I got to go to the juice bar and stock up for the week. I've been doing so good. I'm down 7 pounds. I can just taste it now. So I get your mission. Well understood, Cindy. Good job. You win this one. Let's see who will win this next part. What is your vision? Like, what do you see for your company? So coming into business, what did you see was the problem? What did you see was the solution? And how do you see yourself solving it? Vision, as we know, is all about sight, seeing. We hear something called vision casting, how we're projecting the vision for the future and where we see ourselves. So if I asked you, what is your vision for your business? Meaning, where do you see your business currently? Or where do you see your business going? You can even talk about where you've seen your business come from, where you've grown. This is vital. We talked about this on a live, so we can consider this part two. But we talked about this on a previous live where your vision is part of your story that grants want to know. They want to know where you've been, where you are, and where you're going. That's all a part of the foresight, like helping them to dream with you. One of our grant winners in our blackwomeningrants.com community, she's in our mentorship program. And when I say her vision is so beautiful for her business, I can see why she wins grants. Like, your vision is part of your story, which you're sharing with the grant on your applications, and you're selling the reason why they should believe in you, why they should give you funding, why they should financially support you, assist you with getting this vision out there. So where do you see yourself going? So for Black Women in Grants, we see ourselves mentoring you guys, supporting you guys, giving you that platform that's dedicated specifically to Black women here in the U.S. Those of you who own at least 51% of your business. We see you securing grants. We see you securing grant-funded opportunities like business incubators and accelerators and fellowships and winning small business pitch competitions and bursaries and subsidies and sponsorships and partnerships for your business. We see you. So real quick, who wants to try to win the vision portion of our challenge today? What is your vision for your business? So when it comes to vision, it's also about, like I mentioned, where you are, where you're going, and it'll help if you put like who's going with you. So for us, we have 65,000 of you guys here on the Black Women in Grants TikTok page. You are our market. This is our opportunity to help you find and apply for that funding, those grants and grant funded opportunities. We see ourselves helping you do this. And we've done so because there are 278 of you in our mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com who have won scholarships to go through our mentorship program. And now have given away $50,000 in scholarships. We've given you the opportunity to come learn. And collectively, Black Women in Grants and BlackWomenInGrants.com has won a total of $178,550 in grants and grant funded opportunities. I see that reaching the $1 million mark really soon. That's vision. No one has shared their vision yet. So I guess you guys are still dreaming, still seeing, still imagining what it could be like. And that's good. Put number 2, if you're ready for number 2, as to what goes on a grant resume. If you haven't thought through your vision, it's one of the most important parts of applying for grants. If you can't see where your business is or where it's going, a grant won't either. So make sure you're dreaming up where you see yourself going. Number 2 is all about milestones. What do y'all think milestones are when you hear that word? Put that in the chat real quick. Let's see who can win this. What do you think a milestone is? First one to put it wins. Let's see. When you hear the word milestone, when it pertains to your business, what do you think? Steps you accomplished. There you go. Modern Sabrina wins. Congratulations. So milestones in the grant world is just steps you've taken to accomplish, definitely represent a higher level. So think awards that your business has won, any type of acknowledgement, any type of certificates of completion, any type of, for me, a milestone was I took a picture with a celebrity that was speaking on the panel for one of the grants that I had won. That's a milestone because now that's a partnership. And little did I know the grant put it on their social media page. And that grant had more programs that I was qualified to apply to. So knowing that I'm the person on their social media with the celebrity from the event they held, and I'm applying for future opportunities, like, well, we know her. So that's to me an achieved goal because I had always wanted to meet this celebrity. And yeah, mission accomplished. But that's a fun milestone. Think of the awards, the certifications that you've paid for, that you've studied for, that you've been awarded. Think of the funds that you've already made in your business, the money you've already made. Think of the funds that you have already raised. Think of the grants that you've already won. It could even be grants that you've already applied for. So, for example, for Black Women in Grants, we spent a month applying for a grant a day and ended up applying to over $500,000 in funding. And so far, we've won over 10% of that, which is a record in the grant world. And so having won over $63,550 in grants and grant funded opportunities and more to come, that's a milestone that I put in all of my business grant applications, because that shows that you're working towards something. And you know what they say, where your focus goes, that thing grows, or something like that. Hashtag Oprah. So where you focus your energy, eventually you're going to be awarded in that department. So these are milestones, awards, certificates, funds you've already raised, money you've already made, funding or grant you're currently applying for, something you're working toward. Even if you've only accomplished a few of the first steps, like let's get the applications out there, right? Then let's win. Then let's apply to more. One of our grant winners told me her story yesterday. We had a call, and she said that she had lost some money before trusting someone to go apply for grants on her behalf. But now with the skill that she's learned in our mentorship over at BlackWomenInGrants.com, she cannot imagine anyone else applying for grants for her. So even though she lost money from a scam before she met me, She now has won over $19,000 learning a new skill. That is a milestone to go from losing money to winning a 10,000 times that amount. That is a milestone. That's a part of a story that shows perseverance, it shows trust, it shows having faith in yourself, it shows the qualities and characteristics of a leader, and that's who grants are looking to give money to. So sometimes the struggle to success is the milestone, what it took you to get here. Y'all got it? Put got it if you got it. Are there any questions? We're almost halfway through our 7 parts that are vital for your business grant resume. Let's do a recap. Let's see who was listening. Can anyone remember what a milestone is? I just broke it down for you. But what are some of the words that I shared with you when it comes to milestones? What are grants looking for? Give me like 1 or 2 of the 3 keywords that I shared with you. Let's see who wins this. What is a milestone according to grants? Awards and certificates. Yay, Cindy wins. Another part of your grant resume / milestones can be PR features. Has anyone here been featured in a magazine, on a television show, on a popular podcast? Maybe you've written some books. Maybe you've spoken on some stages, live in person or virtual. These are major PR features that should also be mentioned. Because you're fabulous. Put that in your business grant application. Let them know. So for us, we've been featured in the Facebook Leaders Network Small Business Spotlight. And it's like not a secret crew, but it's definitely private. Everybody definitely don't know about it. Everybody definitely cannot get in this program. And Facebook chose us to feature us in front of thousands of other businesses for free. And you know, ain't nothing free on Facebook. You got to pay for them ads, girl. So that right there is a major feature. I recently was featured on the magazine cover of the National Association for the Self-Employed. And that magazine went out to 50,000 of their members. That's a major feature. Even if you got small features, new magazines starting up, local podcasts starting up that are growing their audiences, small events with a few people, but you got your message out. List that. Tell everywhere you've shown up for your business to represent, to get the word out about what you got going on and what you're doing. Y'all got it? Put got it if you got it. That's number 3 of 7. Who's ready for number 4? The 4th thing that should be on every small business grant resume as you apply for these grant opportunities. Put number 4. There we go. Look at Modern catching on. You won that, girl. Okay, so number 4 is education. You know, all those years you spent in college, or all those years you spent in a training program, or all of those years or time you put in to get certified in whatever you do. Building the skills, learning your industry, researching your business, your competition, what it's going to take to make it, to survive, to really thrive in the marketplace in your particular industry. I'm trying to combine specific and particular. So, think through what it took you to get here. I remember having dinner and I was called bougie and bossy. And my first response was, thank you. And I thought about it more when I got home. And I realized those two qualities got me here. Two six-figure companies, financially independent, at home in the middle of a day, teaching on grants. Thank you. And you're welcome for being blessed with my presence, right? Those skills, that came from experience being a boss. They came from experience knowing what was good enough and not good enough in my life and in my business, that bouginess. We're grateful for those skills. That's a compliment. So, what experience have you been through that got you here, that taught you the ropes? That's like, here's what I want, here's what I don't want, and we're moving forward. Boom, boss. Making decisions. Lessons learned, struggles you've been through, things that have helped you build your characteristics as a leader of a company that's now seeking funding for grants and can use some extra funding behind it. This type of experience shows a grant why they want you. Like, you've got the stuff. So I love that, because some grants, and I had a conversation recently with one, where even if you see a grant and they list out what they're looking for in their winner, it's okay if you don't have all of the things they list. Like if they need you to have been in business for a certain amount of time, but you fall just under that time in business, you could reach out to the grant like I did and say, hey, I got everything else and more. I'm just not meeting that number right here. Should I still apply? And this grant told me, yeah, we consider all parts of your resume, your application, your answers, your compelling story. I'm like, oh, I got that on lock, right? Like I can tell that story gladly. So I say that because your experience can get you through doors that even if you can't check off all the other boxes, it'll make it still a safe space to go ahead and apply for funding. So don't let what you've been through or what you feel like might not be good enough to tell on a grant, don't let that hold you back from applying. Is this helping you? Let me know real quick. Are you learning anything? Is anything jumping out? Any ahas? This is not being taught this way anywhere else. Someone actually gave me the idea because they asked, do grants need resumes? And I was like, we don't need traditional resumes, but we do need the resumes that we're talking about. So what's that one aha that has jumped out for you out of the 4 things I've shared so far? Was it the business mission and vision and what that entails? Was it the milestones, which are your awards and certificates, or the funds you've raised or are in the process of raising? Was it listing your major PR features and spotlights? Or was it about the experience in the grant game? What was the one aha that came up for you out of those? Let's see who wins this. Milestones and PR work. Yeah, it's some ahas in that, right? Everything is so much clearer. I love that, Cindy. So let me see. I'm looking through our most recent grant application for some more examples to share with you guys. I don't want to read everything because it'll take us a minute, because it's a lot and I'm proud of it. Over at blackwomeningrants.com is our year-long mentorship program that gives you access to me hanging out for a full year. It's only $97. The real price is $997, but we have money left in our scholarship reserve to let you in for only $97 for the whole year. So by this time next year, you can be so much further along with getting your grant applications out there, applying with confidence, especially because you know now parts of what goes into a resume. But over at blackwomeningrants.com is where you can come join us and find out what our Black Women in Grants are doing to win this money, to be able to do things like market their business better, or hire new staff, or upgrade their technology, or hire coaches and pay for business expenses. Grants can cover a lot of things when it comes to expanding your skills in your Black woman owned small business. So when you have your resume together, and then you're getting access to like the list of grants that we send you every month for free over at blackwomenandgrants.com, you don't have to worry about getting scammed or feeling overwhelmed or never applying. Only thing you look forward to is having the most applications out there that you can. Because as Brother Denzel Washington say, you leaving here with something. The more grants you apply to, the more chances you have to win. Like that is a given, right? So that's our goal and our accountability for you with Black Women in Grants. That's why I'm sharing some of our answers on our small business grant resume when it comes to letting them know what it is. We know who we are. We know where we've been. We know that according to recent data, Black women are the fastest growing demographic of entrepreneurs in the United States. But many of those businesses fail because they don't have funding. And so we're here to help stand in the gap. We don't even go the traditional route. We're looking for private grant funds. And those are the funds that we win. Those that are sponsored by places like Target and FedEx and Bank of America, Chase Bank, Regions Bank, JP Morgan and Chase, Wells Fargo, little financial institutions like that. So, I'm excited to share what we know as winners of grants with those of you who want to start applying to grants and winning yourself because you know the techniques that we use. So, what I'm sharing with you today with the business grants comes from our 5-figure funding formula. Say that 3 times fast. But it's what wins grants. I was using this earlier this year, which is where I came up with it. And I mapped out my journey to being selected out of 500 applications for a $50,000 grant opportunity to go to round 2, to be flown out to California for 4 days, and to be paid 2 checks of $25,000 each. Does that sound like something that can impact your business? Like if I shared even more with you? Let me know in the chat. Because that's where we stand out. Opportunities that work. Information that you can go implement today that work. So this is what I teach in our mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com. We have 3 lists of grants we send you every month that total millions of dollars. And they're put together just for you as a Black woman, for-profit small business owner. And I give you tips from my journey, just like the book you see on the screen. That's our most recent book cover. It's going to be in one of our newer programs for the next level grant applicants who are ready to start applying for grants that are $10,000, $25,000, $50,000, $100,000, and $1 million and above. Let's go. Why not? So the mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com is step by step. It's guidance. It's 24 hours of videos and audios and books and an app that'll read the book to you. And it really gives you my secrets to how I break down the business grant resume. So if you need help mapping out your vision or coming up with your milestones or seeing what major PR features could look like for you, or explaining the experience that you have, because sometimes it's hard to brag on yourself, right? So that's what the resume helps you gather. But also I give you templates for doing this, as well as show you examples of how it's done. And then one thing that we're featuring in this book is taking a perfect $10,000 winning grant application, breaking it down and showing you the vital parts. And by the way, it has everything I'm teaching you today and more. So this is just a tip of the iceberg, okay? And then I'm available to you by email as one of the mentees. If you got a question about what's in the program, you got me for community support. And then us hanging out here 3 times a week on TikTok Live, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern. Sometimes I do pop-ups. But we exchange resources that'll help you. So if you got a question about a grant you're applying to or thinking of applying to, this is the place to come ask those questions and get clarity as one of our mentees. So again, the website is www.blackwomeningrants.com, blackwomeningrants.com, blackwomeningrants.com. It's only $97 to join us for a full year as a part of our scholarship fund and giving back to you. So we talked about numbers 1 through 4 already out of the 7 things that go in your business grant application. If you want number 5, put 5 in the chat real quick. Let me know. You want to keep this conversation going. By the way, I just gave y'all a bonus. I don't know if y'all were listening or multitasking or taking notes or tuning me out entirely. But everything I just broke down to you about blackwomeningrants.com, the mentorship program we have, the grants that we send you every month, the community resource that I am here on the lives 3 times a week, the videos, the audios, the book, the app that'll read it to you, that's all featured in my small business grant applications. When it comes to this next thing we call social impact. Have y'all heard the word social impact? Let's see who's going to win this one. The word social impact is kind of thrown around. Okay, Modern wins that for answering first. Congratulations. Of course you've heard it. Cindy, you're in the program. Good job. I'm proud of you. So social impact is you telling a grant what that money could help you do in your community because you've pretty much already started to do it or you've started to create the vision for it. For example, before we started winning grants and awards for Black Women in Grants right here on our TikTok page, we were already helping you guys. I was creating TikTok videos and posting them daily. I was on here live with you. We have almost 200 episodes of me being here on the live. And you get a replay to all of those in the mentorship. And so I have literal proof that I started this quote unquote project before we even were acknowledged in mainstream media or by grants. That's our social impact. It's your give back. What do you spend time doing free? Volunteering in a way that you may not even get paid for, but you know it'll pay off in some way if it's not financially for you. So when I come on here and hang out with you guys, I don't charge y'all to be here. TikTok tells me I can, but I'm like, why? I would love to help Black women. And then I extend the opportunity. If you want to learn more, you can invest, join the scholarship fund, get in for only $97 to come get mentored for a year. And even with a mentorship for a year at only $97, knowing you can go out and apply for grants for tens of thousands of dollars, imagine that. You multiplying that investment and you now have a skill to run with for life that you can build on. That's what Deanna Joy is doing. She has won $76,000 since joining us in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. She won a $50,000 grant from her credit union. And she won a $5,000 grant from a coaching program. And then she recently told me her new numbers are $76,000 total. She helped one of her clients upgrade their technology to all Mac products recently through a grant. And then she just applied for her first $1 million grant. I interviewed her as to what she did. How you do that? She's like, Dr. AJ, I just did what you told me to do. And so her interview is a part of the mentorship because we're breaking down piece by piece why she thinks she won, what she said, what she did, what you can do, and tips and steps you can take to be like her. She's our leading grant winner so far in the blackwomeningrants.com mentorship program. And so I share her story because it's all about social impact. Me sharing right here on live for the last year, almost 200 episodes, She joined us in the mentorship program. She implemented what I teach just in the book alone. And in the book, it's my 25 secrets to how I'm winning funding for my Black woman-owned small business. And she went out and won all that money. That's social impact. I didn't charge her to be here. We did calls for almost a full year, once a month on Zoom as a community. So this is showing how I'm investing back into my community. That's considered social impact. So are you guys working on any special social impact projects in your business that can help you stand out on grants? Because that is a secret sauce. If you can show grants how what you do in your business currently goes beyond just you or just you making money, but it's actually about serving your community in a way that's going to leave a legacy, that helps your application stand out. Does anybody have anything that they're working on that wants to answer that question real quick to win this round? Any way you give back or volunteers that matches your business. Not just some random thing, but like, I could be charging for this, but I don't. And I'm glad I don't, because it makes me feel good to give it away. And I know you reap what you sow. And that's where grants can come in and reimburse you. Anybody got a social impact project they're working on? Let me know. And it could look like anything. It may not even be written into your business plan, but it is a part of you as a business. It could be causes that are near and dear to your heart because of the struggles you've been through in life or growing your business, or just the cause that you believe in, that you support and give back to help build the community that either you service and serve in, or one that you've put together. That's all social impact is. If you don't have a social impact cause and you have a question about it, put that in the chat real quick and let me know. We did a training on social impact that's featured in the mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com. And we spent a whole half-day workshop diving into what your social impact could be, components of it, what it could look like, what it should look like if you're trying to win a grant off of it, because grants are big on supporting you if you're already out doing it yourself and they just want to help you. So you got to sell them that vision as well. Cindy said, I give away tidbits of information of how they can do it too. Got it. Back to school event with free haircuts, braids, and school supplies. Is that your business as well? Are you like a salon owner? Because the social impacts that makes the most sense are the ones that are in your industry. That's what help you stand out. So, for example, if you are giving back to the community and you wanted to add to your grant resume that piece we talked about, major PR features, and I've done this so I can walk you through the steps. So for me, I wrote a book and I reached out to, we had a bookstore that was closing in our neighborhood, one of my hometowns. And so, a bookstore in my hometown, the only bookstore left standing in my hometown, the longest standing bookstore. They were going out of business, and this nice lady, she was like in her 70s. She came and bought the bookstore. I didn't know anything about it. It was before my time. But by the time it was closing, I was just now a new author. And so I went and met her just to say hey and listen to the story of the store. I said, I got an idea. I got a book that I just wrote. She was doing a ribbon cutting to celebrate saving the bookstore. And I said, I'll call the paper. Now, you from the country. If you call it the paper, right? You call it the paper. So I called the paper. Hey, I'm a new author. My book will be featured in the oldest bookstore in our hometown. She saved the bookstore from closing. I want to invite you out to her ribbon cutting to feature both of us. That's press. That's PR. So they came out. They took my picture in front of the store. They took me and her picture in front of the store. They put it in the newspaper. It went on to get more features. And here we are. That's part of social impact, giving back. Because I did several book signings there as well. Left several copies there as well. Ended up forming a really good partnership. But it went along with what I already had going on in my business, which is writing a book. Now, my books are always for women in business. And so to know that this bookstore in particular didn't have a big business section, so the books that I ended up donating, the books that I wrote, they were all to help save the business section of that bookstore. It's still there today at last checking. This bookstore owner became a client of mine, and we did bigger things together. That's something that you put on a grant resume. Most of that didn't cost me anything to do. And it's all about social impact and helping the community, but doing it along the lines of something you already got going on in your business. You're more likely to get features that you can add to your grant resume, tell grants about. That's a milestone, it's a celebration, and it's also exemplifying social impact. Y'all got it? Put got it, or if you got questions, now is the time to put your questions as we wrap up with our last tip. I think I went out of order, but we got 7 total. Hopefully y'all checking y'all notes and you got 7, right? We're about to do number 7, and we're going to wrap this up. But if you got it, let me know you got it. If this is making sense, you're having aha moments, Cindy one. Modern Sabrina got that one. She answered first. She said, got it. Thank you, girl. Y'all want number 7? Put number 7 as we wrap up our time. As a quick recap, we're talking about, I'm about to break it down because I need to count too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, it's 7. She said, where's 6? You only got 5. How you miss? Okay, so let's go through it. Number 1, business mission and vision. Y'all got that one? Put got it, y'all. But tell me you got it. Let me see. Number 2. Y'all all got number 1? I don't see no answers. Okay, Cindy says she got it. You got that one? Okay. Number 2 is milestones. Your awards, your certificates, the funds you've raised, the funds you're raising, the grants you're applying to. Y'all got that one? Put got it. Or a check mark or something. Okay, Cindy got that one. Got it. Thank you, girl. Number 3, major PR features. That's probably the one because I combined it. So that's number 3. Y'all got that one? Put got it. I got it now. Number 4 is education. What have you learned that got you here? Number 5 is experience. What you've been through. Number 6 is social impact. See, yeah. I've been doing it right. I might have been calling them out a number, but we got 6. Y'all ready for number 7? Put 7s in the chat if you're ready for number 7, because you got all the other ones, 1 through 6. Y'all got it? Y'all ready? She said, oh, that's what I did, put education and experience. Oh, okay. See? Don't be acting like I skipped one. I might have mixed them together too, but I didn't skip it. We talked about it. If you're over at blackwomeningrants.com claiming one of our final scholarship spots and you need my help getting logged in to our portal to make sure you get access to your list of grants and download your copy of the book and get your videos and audio replays to learn about grants, what they are, what they're not, what they cover, what they don't, let me know. blackwomeningrants.com is a site. Let me pull up my email too, because I tend to be talking to y'all and people be trying to get in and claim their scholarships, and here I am on the phone and not on my Bapuda. Okay. Y'all ready to talk about number 7? I see 2 7s. Cool. The last of the list of what goes on your business grant resume are your customer results. Anyone here already have customers? Let me know in the chat real quick. Let's see who win this final round. You already have customers that you've gotten results for in your business. Like, Even if that customer may not have paid you or may not have paid you yet, maybe you've done it for free for a while and you now got a product or a service that works, and they can say, you know what, this product is good, this service is phenomenal. If it wasn't for her product or service, I wouldn't have been able to blank. And they're willing to write it out, say it on video, or they have. These are results. But now what looks good to a grant, and by the way, even if you haven't started your business, what are the results you see customers getting? Because even if you're in the startup process, you've got to do what's known as a beta testing or a prototype if it's a product, beta testing if it's a service. For example, we're in beta testing with our mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com. We started August of 2023. We're coming up on a year soon. We have 278 mentees in our grant game program. We have 65,000 of you guys here on TikTok. We've given away over $55,000 in scholarships. We've collectively won $178,550. And we have almost 200 episodes of these lives. I just did something there. I took results because we got screenshots, testimonials, videos, written out testimonials, so many things on the blackwomenandgrants.com site that's speaking just to me showing up here for GPA, just to the results that our Black Women in Grants get. I put numbers in front of those results because it's showing growth. It's giving. People are listening, people are participating, and people are getting results. So number 7 on your small business grant resume is customer results, but quantified. Put a number with it. How many customers have you served up to this point? How many can you see yourself serving? That goes back to vision. How are you going to get there? That goes back to mission. So for us, we can see ourselves serving 500 more. 100 of you guys joined us in January of 2024. And that was within, a few short days, 100 people. So we can see 500 more within the next few months. We can see us winning millions of dollars together if within the first year we've won 6 figures. So we're putting numbers to those results. We can see more people joining the live, especially when you share it. And if you've taken time to share this live today, thank you. So we can see the impact of the results that we've given. And we got the people that we've served that'll vouch for it. And we have the literal receipts because they've said, thank you, this was helpful, I've learned a lot. Because you shared a resource, I went and applied for my first grant. I just won my first $5,000, my first $10,000. Neek, who was on here a couple lives ago, I don't even remember sharing the grant with her, but she has been on here multiple times saying, you shared a grant with me. I won it at the top of this year, and I was selected for $5,000 for this grant out of 5,000 applications. So because of something that I shared here on the live, just helping as a part of my social impact and give back, she applied it and went and won funding for her business. And then to come back and report it and to give credit and flowers where they're due, that is the customer results quantified. $5,000 picked out of 5,000 applications, won this year, won at the top of this year. This is how you make it make sense. You feel me? More information, April, or is it, I'm sorry, I can't see your screen name. I'm talking about April. I see an A. Yeah, I can't tell what that says. It's combining with my screen. But more information about our mentorship is over at blackwomenandgrants.com. You'll see Neek's testimonial. You'll see Deanna Joy, who's won $76,000. You'll see Ashley Rankin, who she ain't here, so I can tell her she's won $19,000. Hopefully she ain't here listening. She usually is. You'll see Karen, who's been selected for a $3,500 grant funded opportunity for business training and development for her business. There's Happy Mia, who has won. You'll see all of our winners over there. You can come join them, be a part of the mentorship program. It's a year-long program, only $97. There are 24 hours of learning and mentorship about what grants are, what they're not, how to win, how to get them to come to you, hearing from other winners, hearing from grant team influencers and notes from our call, watching training videos and audios, and there's a book that gives 25 secrets to how I first started winning. I won my first $1,000 business grant in 2020. Now we've won over $63,550 in my professional life. But before I got here with you guys today, I've won over $1 million in grants and grant funded opportunities. Everything from one of the cars I drive today to my college degrees and so much more. www.blackwomeningrants.com is the place to be to come join us for only $97. It says click here for the special scholarship link. So click that option. The scholarships are first come, first serve. And as I mentioned, we're coming up on our beta, which will end the testing phase of, is this a service that Black women want or need? And so we have been building a scholarship fund for you guys so you can come in and get your first win, because the program is normally $997, but thanks to funding, you can get it for only $97 for a full year. And that includes all of the list of grants that are sent to you every month for you to go through, see if your business qualifies, and get help. She says, want it and it's needed. Thank you, Cindy. I think so too. We have a viral TikTok video. Remember I told y'all I posted every day. That was part of my social impact. Getting on TikTok, testing the water, see who wanted help. And so about 800 comments were under this one video, and majority of them was saying, please help me. Can you mentor me? Can you teach me? And so we created the Grant Game Mentorship over at www.blackwomeningrants.com to help, to provide mentorship. And we do it through our master classes, virtual events, boot camps, our book, sending you grants, lists of grants, teaching you how to apply for them, what to say when you apply, like using your grant resume. And then even the strategies that I've been using to apply for higher level grants, we'll say that. We got some surprises coming. I try to chat with you guys once a week via email, telling you what's going on, what's coming up, opportunities that you can go apply to, as well as people who are winning grants. We feature them so you can know who your fellow grantee mentees are, like the Deanna Joys, the $76,000 winner, the Ashley Rankin, and so many other of our winners who have come on the lives just like you. They have asked questions, they have participated, they've won scholarship spots, and now they're out winning grants and multiplying their investment. As I mentioned, Neek is there, who won the $5,000 City Trends grant earlier this year. And so blackwomeningrants.com is the site if you really want to stay in the legit grant space, having good grants sent to you that are safe to apply for and win, because others are winning. If you don't want to be overwhelmed with trying to find your own grants and trying to figure out even what to do on these applications, and some that require video essays even. Ashley Rankin, we talk a lot about her this time last year before she joined us. She was scared to apply for grants. She didn't want to apply for grants, especially if they came with a video essay. And now here she is with one of the best video essays. And she's won funding. And so we're thankful that what we're teaching works for others, not just me. So we call it a grant application strategy when you know things like what we talked about today, like building your business grants resume, having this information on hand, not just a list of what it is, but no, go in and fill out your business mission and vision. List out those milestones. That's what takes the longest. Like if you've been in business for a minute and you've been winning awards like me and been featured in magazines and stuff like me, but it's been so long and so many, you forget. Girl, I had a whole attitude doing this just yesterday, which is why I'm teaching y'all this today, because it's top of mind. I was getting tired of putting all the stuff that we've won and and I know that's like a rich girl problem, if you will. But that's why it's good to have it in one place, ready to go when you're applying for these small business grants. You're like, let me whip out that resume, copy paste, done. And that's the goal. That's the full agenda for applying for these opportunities and having this information ready so you ain't got to get ready and you ain't wasting your time applying for these opportunities. Are there any questions about anything we talked about today? Let me know. Anything come to mind about our conversation about small business grants? Or if you are joining the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com and you have a question, let me know. Now is the time to do that. We usually hang out here on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern. I'm Dr. AJ Austin, in case I didn't say that enough. I'm here today. But I am here to answer your questions about grants from a winner's perspective, because I do this right along with you guys and I'm teaching you what I learned along the way. So it's like having an upperclassman as a cousin and they're teaching you the ropes of what class to take, how to answer the test questions. Not cheating, just kind of paving a path, if you will. And so I give you the literal playbook for how to win at this grant game. You don't have to copy my answers because you have yours and I've taught you. I've tutored you. That's what the mentorship is all about. So that's all I got for you guys today. If there are no questions, I want to put like 10 seconds on the clock. Somebody say wait if you have a question or if you're claiming one of the scholarships and you need me to hang on for a little bit longer, just put wait in the chat. If not, I'm going to see y'all again real soon. Don't worry about it. www.blackwomeningrants.com is the site. There was something that I was going to do. Oh, I know what it is. Okay. Alrighty. Well, thank y'all for being here, hanging out, getting your grant questions answered. Again, I'm Dr. AJ Austin, creator of this page right here on TikTok, Black Women in Grants. Make sure you follow us. Turn your notifications on for when we're live so you can get notified and come hang out with us. Whether it's our regular schedule of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, or one of the pop-up lives that I'm known to do. And then if you are ready to take your grant game further, meet me over at www.blackwomeningrants.com. Blackwomeningrants.com. That's how to claim one of our currently open scholarship spots. So come join us for only $97 for a full year of getting mentored in the grant space, and then making sure that you know what you're doing in this space. So be here with us next time. You guys have a phenomenal rest of your day, and I will see you soon. God bless. Bye, future grant winners.